What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again, and today we're here to talk about some major implications for Star Wars Hot Toys collecting because we have a crazy drop last night. The Ahsoka Episode 4 Disney Plus show, Star Wars show, dropped last night, and there were some major things that happened on this episode. Guys, let me just start by saying this episode was fucking fire. This episode was fantastic. I was feeling a little, the first three episodes were a little mid, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't loving the first three episodes. I was feeling like, okay, maybe this is like a 7 show. It's okay, it's decent. It's not Andor, it's not Mando season 1 or 2. Maybe it's more akin to Mando season 3 or Book of Boba Fett or something. However, Episode 4, you got me now. Maybe they're going to pull a WandaVision, right? First 3 episodes of WandaVision, not that great. Rest of the show, great. Anyway, we're here to talk about some major shit, but there are going to be spoilers. And I don't want to spoil anything for you. I don't want that on my conscience. I want to be able to sleep tonight. So if you want to talk about spoilers, make sure you stick around. If you don't want to talk about spoilers, come back after you watch the episode, and then we can talk about spoilers. That said, guys, let's talk about the World Between Worlds. Because honestly, I knew nothing about this thing before last night. And of course, I talked to my bro, Kiko Collects, who educated me a little bit, gave me a little bit of info about the World Between Worlds. Because you know what? I've not watched Rebels. I've barely watched any bit of Clone Wars. I don't really know that much about the World Between Worlds. But now I do, because Kiko educated me and I watched this amazing episode. Guys, this episode was fire. Like I said, this was so good. Great choreography and fight scenes, a lot of stakes, a lot of payoff for everything that's been built up so far. I really, really enjoyed this episode. I thought this was absolutely fantastic. So I'm excited to talk about some major things. The first photo, we're going to see Ahsoka in the World Between Worlds here. So pretty cool, right? Maybe with Hot Toys, I think they're going to make another Ahsoka. I think, yes, is it similar to the first one? Yes. Can they fix the arms and make them better? Absolutely they can. The first Mando Ahsoka had a lot of issues with people breaking the arms. So if Hot Toys can come out and say, you know what? We've improved articulation, we've improved the arms, we've improved maybe the headpiece, we've improved the outfit, the tailoring, updated head sculpt, they could easily say, you know what? We're making another Ahsoka. But you also have to keep in mind, the ratings have not been that great so far. You know, they've been akin to Andor, which Andor did not perform that well ratings-wise, and of course got 0 figures. However, this is Ahsoka, this is other characters that we're going to talk about in a second. So I think overall, you are going to get another Ahsoka Tano. But what are people really here to see? They're here to see this boy. This boy right here is Anakin Skywalker. This is I don't know if it's a deep fake, it's a CGI, it's a de-aged Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen from Revenge of the Sith in the World Between Worlds. Ahsoka Tano has run into her previous master, and you're going to get a fucking hot toy of it. I feel pretty confident about this. I'm not going to guarantee anything because I never know for sure. I don't have inside information. I don't talk to Hot Toys. JC is not on speed dial. Neither is Howard. However, I can look at this and say, Anakin Skywalker. This is a hot character, super popular. They did not make one from Obi-Wan. I get that. However, they just made an artisan Anakin, and everyone was wondering, where's the sculpted version? Like with Joker, you put out a sculpted version. Now I think it's starting to show some clarity. It's starting to make sense because they put out the Anakin Skywalker artisan version. They said, you know what? We know for a virtual certainty, actually for certainty because Disney had told us, and even the public knew. Rosario talked about it. Anakin, Hayden Christensen talked about it. We knew Anakin was going to be in the show. Hot Toys was like, we know Anakin is in Ahsoka. We could easily make another sculpted Anakin, label it Ahsoka for Disney Plus, and then you got a new figure from that line. Bam, there you go. You got a Revenge of the Sith Anakin, but it's technically Ahsoka. It's like Loki from Endgame, right? It's really Avengers 1 Loki, but it's Endgame Loki at the end of the day. That said, I think we're going to get maybe a slightly updated head sculpt, maybe a head sculpt similar to the head sculpt we got from the artisan version. Maybe they use the same exact one. They say, you know what? Just sculpted, bam. I think that would be great. People would love that. That sculpt looks fantastic. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. That said, guys, I am really excited for this. If you have an Anakin Skywalker previously, I'm not going to say like rush out and go sell it right this second. I think you need to prepare yourself for the inevitability that this is going to be a figure that gets made probably. I think there's a very high likelihood that this is a figure that gets produced, probably sculpted, and you're going to be able to pick it up for, I don't know, maybe like 300 or 315 or maybe less. I don't know. Who knows? But I do think there's a pretty good chance that Anakin is going to play a key role in this and that he is going to be an important character that Hot Toys is thus going to produce into a figure. However, more importantly, at the end of this episode, you may have heard, they played the Darth Vader theme. You can hear it just pounded in the background. You hear Darth Vader's theme just right there, readily apparent. You can recognize it like nothing, basically. So, Dark Side Anakin. Kiko and I talked about this. Is that a distinct possibility that they come out with a Dark Side Anakin because maybe dark side Anakin appears in this Ahsoka thing. There have been a lot of leaks. I'm not going to talk about those here because I don't really know that much, to be honest. I've heard things here and there. If the leaks are true, there could be some pretty wild shit that gets talked about. But yeah, I mean, I think this could be a really interesting thing nonetheless. But yeah, guys, I think this is going to be an amazing release for a lot of people, and I'm interested to see how this turns out. Should something really go, change for us here. That said, we got Anakin Skywalker here with Rosario, and I think this is going to be something interesting. It's a world between worlds, and this is going to be a setup, a figure that I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of interest in. This is something that people have been waiting for. They've been waiting for the next Anakin, and now they have it. They have it, and it's right available to them soon, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool, guys. This is Revenge of the Sith outfit. That's what it is. This is Revenge of the Sith Anakin in an Ahsoka TV show, and it's de-aged. Maybe the head sculpt would be slightly different than prior. I'm assuming it will be, but I'm assuming it's also going to be pretty. I assume it's probably going to be pretty similar to what's going on with, the artisan version, but with an updated head sculpt and just sculpted hair. That's pretty much going to be the gist of it. So. Anyway, guys, we have some other stuff here to talk about. Of course, Ahsoka, we talked about that, Ahsoka and Sabine. So those are going to be characters that are obviously going to be made. Hot Toys has already teased Sabine. They said Sabine's getting made. They said it's happening. They've already teased it. They've showed her lightsaber. They've showed her Mando armor. She's getting made. That's happening. Rosario, I still maintain it's going to get made. People have said, oh, it's so similar to the Mando version. I think they're going to find a way to make another one, improve the head sculpt, improve the body, improve the tailoring, maybe improve something else here or there, like the lightsabers, the paint apps, whatever, right? But really, Shin is the one that I think a lot of people are clamoring for. And if we're being honest, I think a lot of collectors are just like, she's really attractive, and people want her in figure form. But she's also a really badass, cool character too. So there's nothing wrong with both, right? She's an attractive female character that's really a supporting character, but she also has a cool arc, and she's really good with a fucking lightsaber. Nothing cooler than that, bro. So at the end of the day, I think this is going to be something that's pretty interesting. I think overall, Shin is going to be a character that is. I think she's probably going to get made, but it really just depends on the popularity of the show. I have no idea right now how well this show is going to perform long term. Will it have legs? Will it pick up steam over time if people start to give it positive buzz? We really don't know, right? We don't know how this is going to perform. Right now, the show, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I've heard, the ratings have been decent to good, but nothing super crazy, right? But Shin is a very popular character. There are 1.5 million TikToks out there about Shin, and I can fix her and whatever. So I think there's a lot of popularity surrounding this character. Hot Toys seem to have pushed their chips in on Sabine to start. They said, okay, we thought Sabine was going to be the show stealer. Not so far. She's good. People like her. Shin is really the one that people are going for. Baylan is going to be super interesting. Baylan, I'm not sure. Either way, he's similar to Count Dooku to me. Maybe just because he's an old Jedi. That's kind of old dark Jedi, rather. Old Sith, dark Jedi, whatever you want to call him. I think he is badass as hell, dude. I really like this performance. I like this character. I like Shin a lot. The Dark Jedi, honestly, have been super compelling in the show. I think they've been one of the highlights, one of the standouts in the show. They've absolutely killed it. The chances of him getting made, I don't know. It really, again, depends on the show. Maybe it's going to be one that they really say, you know what, this is a line that we want to go in on, despite the maybe sort of mid-popularity that's been going on so far with the show. We don't know. We don't know, right? But at the end of the day, I think Baylan is a character that could make for a really, really good figure. Would it be popular? I think so. I think people would go for it. I mean, I think overall the reception to Ahsoka is definitely improved tremendously because of episode 4. The first 3 episodes, I think people were feeling like, oh yeah, it's pretty mid. Like it's Star Wars, it's good, I like it. But episode 4, it's like, okay, now I'm in. They pulled a WandaVision first 3 episodes, not feeling so great about it. But after episode 4, you're like, okay, I'm fucking in, boys. Let's go. And Baylan is pretty fucking cool. So I'm gonna say at the end of the day, I would really love for a figure of him to be made, and Shin, and of course Sabine and Rosario, and then we got all the other characters. But there's a lot of characters from the show that could be made. Can't make them all. So we're gonna see. If not, maybe a third party will pick it up. But I'm hoping that people get their figures. This one, I mean, there's no likeness involved. I'm not exactly sure that this would be a seller, though. I'm not sure that this would be a long-term mover. I'm not sure that this would really move the needle for Hot Toys. I think Shin and Baylan would perform much more significantly. I think that Anakin, of course, would perform tremendously. I think people have been dying for another sculpted Anakin Skywalker. So it's really just a matter of time for that one. Whether it's this or whether it's in 2 years of the Revenge of the Sith anniversary, that's another thing. So if you want to wait for that one, you could absolutely wait for that one. They're going to make another Anakin Skywalker then. Probably a dark side artisan and then a sculpted version. Who knows? They're going to pump out some shit from that film. But yeah, I mean, this episode was absolutely fantastic. So many good characters in this show. I think that's something really that Star Wars has been lacking in certain shows. The character development has been sort of subpar. However, I'm really excited to see how this goes. I'm not loving Rosario in this show, interestingly enough. I'm not sure if it's how she's being directed because she's such a good actress, but I'm not sure I'm loving how this is actually going for her performance-wise and character development-wise. But I'm interested to see more. I want to see more of her character, but I really want to see how this goes with Anakin and what's going to happen here, because I think some wild shit is going to pop off that's really going to get people's attention, and it's really going to get the fan circles swirling and really just going crazy. So I'm excited to see this, guys. Let me know what you think about episode 4. Let me know what you think about my thoughts on Anakin. I think this figure is definitely getting made. That's just my opinion. I don't know for certain. I'm not going to guarantee it 100%. I just think it makes a ton of sense for Hot Toys to make this. So I think that they will. That's just my speculation. I don't have Howard on speed dial. I wish I did. I'd call him back, Howard, tell me what the fuck is up, bro. Tell me what to tell people about Anakin, but I don't. Howard, we don't know each other like that. So I don't think he knows me at all. I know him though. I know you, Howard. So great job at Hot Toys. But anyway, yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm excited to see more. That said, I hope you're excited too. This is an exciting time. I mean, people need a little bit of excitement in Star Wars and Marvel right now, and they're getting it. First 3 episodes, not so much. Episode 4, there's your excitement. There it is. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Really excited to see more and really excited to see what happens with Anakin. That said, peace out, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Bye. Later. Bye. Bye.